One of the things we sometimes need to do in Excel is work with values that are sitting in different worksheets. And this is exactly the problem Sean has right now, where he's been asked to put together a summary of the 2015-16 sales data. The values are sitting in the 2015 sales sheets. And like with anything, there's a good way and there's a not so good way to do this. Let's have a look at something that won't work first. So I need my 2015 sales total for Anya. I'm going to come to my sales 2015, click on the sheet, come up to my total, which is over here, and it makes sense to copy paste it. So I'm going to right click copy, but you could Control C as well. Come back to my sales summary, click in the cell and paste, Control V or right click, paste. And that did not work. Now the reason it didn't work is because of relative references, which we looked at in the previous video. When I have a look at the calculation in this cell, it says add up the 4 cells to the left of me. Now coming back to our sales summary, you'll see there aren't 4 cells to the left, and that's why I'm getting this reference error. So with formulas, you can't just copy them and necessarily expect to get the right answer. So what are other options? Well, what some people may think is the obvious choice is to come and actually get that value and just type it in or copy the value in. That is a really bad idea, because if something should update in my sales 2015, this is now going to be incorrect. And that's how our workbooks can get out of step and cause us real problems. What we really want to do is somehow pull that value through from the sales 2015 sheet. And this is actually easier than you might think. Imagine, for example, that I had the value 200 sitting in this cell, and I want whatever's sitting in that cell to appear in B4. I come to B4, type equals, click on the cell that contains the value, and enter. And that is now pulling my 200 through. If I change this to 600, it pulls that value through. Now what we want to do is exactly the same, except we want to do it from a different sheet. So the mechanics are identical. Let's just quickly get rid of this. Okay, so I click in B4, type my equals, come to my sales 2015, click on my total, and be very careful. Don't try and click back into the worksheet. Make sure you press enter. And that worked perfectly. Not only that, but if the value updates in 2015, this will update. Let's see how to do that again. So click in C4, type equals. This time I want my sales 2016 total. So I'm going to come to here, click on it, and again, press enter. And that's worked beautifully. To get my total, very simple, just use my auto sum and then tab. One thing left to do, and that's our commission. Now the rates were different for the 2 years, so we're going to have to actually add up the 2 commission values. Pretty much the same thing we did before, except we're throwing a little calculation into the mix. I start with my equals, I click into sales 2015, I click on my commission. Now I have to type my plus, and if you have a look in my formula bar here, you can see what I'm doing. Then I come to sales 2016 and I click on my commission. And this is the most important part. Do not attempt to click back into your summary data. It's like clicking on another cell halfway through a calculation. It will break your calculation. You're finished, you press enter. Now I'm back in my workbook and my commission has been calculated. And just as we've done in the past, we can select all of those values. The relative references works even across sheets. And I drag it down. And there is my sales summary drawing data from other workbooks. To get my total here, nice little shortcut, I'm going to select all 4 cells and click auto sum. And there's my sales summary complete.